Hello, and welcome to episode 143 of Bardic Quest. After successfully retrieving the ancestral weapon of Thorik's kin, our heroes now complete their night's watch in the depths of the Dragon Barrows, and consider where their journey might take them next. Do they head back to the comfort of Phandalin, or do they head directly for the Sword Mountains to hunt a dragon? So, without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest.
As part of his watch, kind of keeping an eye on everyone, cast light on the new hammer. Kind of turn it over his hands, looking around. He's going to sort of do a sweep of the room and kind of just also to like look at the dragon in the sarcophagus. Like he's doing a sort of thorough search as well. Just to kind of like keep his ear out, see if he can hear anything, see if he can see anything untoward, not just around the entrance, but kind of like the whole room. But within that, he's also sort of like taking in the scope of the size of this dragon.
Okay.
But yeah, keeping with their eye.
Yeah. This dragon you suspect may very well have been at least adult, possibly even an ancient dragon, based on the size. Yeah, it's pretty significant. I mean, they've managed to make a burial site, seemingly from the remains of it, so to speak. So it's certainly significant in size. Even if the particular skull isn't large enough to block the tunnel, it's still a sizable size, at least in terms of it's several feet, even if not 4 by 8. You know, it's several feet wide as a skull, so it's sizable for sure. But yeah, otherwise, well, actually, there is something else you do notice. Is it looks as though some of the bones of the dragon seem to have actually been like built into the wall, if that makes sense. So kind of parts of the wall are made up of the bones of the dragon, but not as though they've just been left, but almost as though they've used the bones as part of the material that they've used to build the wall, if that makes sense. So that obviously strikes you, and as you say, just kind of trying to imagine the process that was taken to build this place, and indeed the battle itself, which you've seen through your mind's eye on some level. But otherwise, your watch passes uneventfully.
Excellent.
Who would you like to wake up next?
Go to Sergei.
Okay.
Oh, like,
Wiki, eggs and bakey.
lovely. I'll climb out of my sleeping bag. Just to note as well, so has always remained on the trajectory of sleeping naked, so he is really nude. And I'll start getting dressed and stuff.
Thorik literally does not bat an eyelid. He has seen it all before. Not in terms of just his profession, but also in terms of Sergei. He's seen everything. he's seen everything. We've been traveling together a while now, and just sort of passing the toad. He's like, all quiet.
Very well.
Do you want a little extra light?
Yes, please. I was just trying to remember if I had dog vision. I don't think I do I?
You don't, Sergei. And I'm here. And he touches Stephen and casts light on Stephen, and then wraps himself up.
I think it pretty much just kind of mentally prepares for what's ahead.
Okay, all right. Your watch also passes uneventfully, which leaves only Marvellus. For a
Marvellus.
Yeah.
What? It's your turn for watch.
Oh, right. Good. Very well. Well done. Anything to report, Squire?
No, nothing to report. I'll make your bed in the morning.
Yes, you'll get some shut eye, and I'll put paper and pen anywhere.
No, I don't have one.
I think I've got some in my pack somewhere. Let's have a look. Ah, yes. Yes, well, get some shut eye. I shall watch. No worries.
Very well.
And I while I start writing a missive to Neverwinter when we next get the opportunity to send something that way. I start writing down a sort of brief report to my father of how things went. That the werewolves were dealt with. I've made some compatriots on the journey that are motley cruel, but shared a sense, a familial sense, and that I believe that they are a force for good, at least. If with some minor imperfections can be buffed out over time. I also request a Schalfort family tabard to be sent to Phandalin, along with some rosewater perfume and a feather-downed mattress, because my back is just not dealing with this. I'd say, please give love to Mama. And then I fold that up and pop that. I warm it over the fire. I warm a little bit of wax and press my seal onto it and seal the scroll and put that away for when we next get the chance. I want my fancy clothes back.
Well, of course. Okay, and otherwise, your watch also passes uneventfully, as you are all undisturbed this night. So, please do all take the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, obviously, those of you who can prepare spells, now would be the time to do that.
I prepared Dragon Slayer.
Destroy dragons.
Dragon.
I prepared Destroy Dragons.
Destroy dragons. Insta kill.
All right. Anybody making any changes to any spells?
I mean, Wayne, I would like to change all my spells.
Please go ahead.
Yes. It'll take me a moment to manage them.
Very well.
Sorry.
That's all right. Marvellus, I believe you can.
I'm
change your spell.
just deciding if I want to swap out Branding Smite for something else. Because it did a good thing, but I suppose it would be useful if any of those things come after us.
Whilst they are praying this morning, Sergei, Saga, is there anything that either of you are doing as they're in prayer?
Saga would check her sword, make sure it's all, give it a buff, give it a wipe,
Very good.
and then she'd probably rebraid her hair.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Sergei will do a stretch.
Okay.
Limber up.
All right. Okay. So Sergei's stretching. Saga is braiding. Any prayers from either of the two of you?
Yeah, I'm taking out Branding Smite, and I'm going to prepare Divine Favor.
Very nice. Thorik?
I have a lot of spells and a lot of third level ones. I'm still reading that I've very come across. I shall make you. I shan't waste anyone's time. I shall let you know at the earliest opportune time. I'm doing it in the background.
That's all right.
Just sort of
No
pipe
problem.
up. Thank you.
So the next question ultimately is, what is your plan today?
We had. Do we need to do any spell preparation? Are we straight to the dragon?
Could you?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
No. Go ahead.
I guess get it done as soon as possible. It flew basically overhead.
Do we know how far to it there?
Nearby, I suppose, but I'm not sure. What information did Margaret give to us regarding El Dragonino?
So, the information that was given to you is that there is an old fortress in the Sword Mountains to the south of Phandalin. That fortress is the place where you will find a gateway into the realm of shadows, where Johann's soul has supposedly been taken to.
But we're currently north of Phandalin, aren't we?
Correct.
Did she allude to where the dragon's lair was? Is it nearby to here?
The dragon supposedly defends the fortress.
Oh. Yeah, I'll relay that information to the party.
So we'll take a sojourn back to Phandalin. A good night's sleep there.
Aye.
Well, I don't know if it'll be a good night's sleep. We'll have to find a new inn.
Aye. I suppose head towards the gate, and if the dragon is aligned with our enemies, we'll probably find that it comes to us.
True.
Indeed.
So
That's the way I'd suggest we go.
So you're obviously wanting to travel south then. Would your destination be Phandalin or into the mountains?
I say straight to the mountains.
I agree.
Most likely where it's going to be.
Bearing in mind, on a mechanical meta level here, should you travel, you will not be able to long rest during the journey. Depending on the state you are in upon your arrival at your destination, and indeed the state of the destination when you arrive, you may or may not have the opportunity to rest upon arrival.
But eventually we'll still have to do that trip without a long rest anyway.
Sure.
Even if we go via Phandalin. So...
We'll be closer is the only thing.
True. I'm happy for a vote.
We know that we know that the gate is south of Phandalin, that the dragon protects. So it's time to read, even though it might be hunting in this area. If it's going to be in our way there, it'll either present itself to us on the road, or we'll encounter it once we leave Phandalin again and head south. So, I guess I'm happy for anything, but the road of least resistance seems sensible. We want to be able to know that when we face this thing, it's, we have everything and we have all our T's crossed and I's dotted, as it were.
If it's hunting here around us, why don't we attack it in land it is not familiar with?
We can't guarantee it's going to be there.
Well, yes, but if it is, take it on now. Rest at Phandalin. Easy walk to its lair.
Resting up at Phandalin will be good. They say the most important tool in an adventurer's kit is a good night's sleep.
Yes, they do say that.
Lady Tired of the Bag said.
Ah. Anyway, dragons.
Let's go. Enough chitter chatter.
So, are we facing it? Trying to see if we can face it now, or?
Well, maybe if we truss you up as a nice roast and.
Yes, lure it out.
I was joking.
Well, we could set a trap of sorts.
To lure a dragon, a very difficult task. We can certainly give it a go. Perhaps we ride for Phandalin in open sight. I mean, the last time we did a winged beast detectors.
Aye.
So, what's your plan?
Phandalin?
Hi, Phandalin, then let's go.
But if we see it heading in anywhere in particular, we go after it.
Yes.
All right.
Very well.
Yes.
All right. So, you are preparing for a journey then back to Phandalin. So, who would like to be party leader on this journey?
I want to be the same position, the outrider.
The outrider for Saga.
I think we're all happy with our arrangements.
Yeah.
With your assigned roles. Okay. So Marvellus is leader.
Thorik is is a control freak in the kitchen and would prefer not to eat other people's cooking where he can avoid it.
Sure. Okay. All right. So, now obviously, as you're not in town, you're a little bit more limited as to what preparations you might want to make here. But what preparations, you each have a preparation you can make. So what preparations would you like to make, each of you, before you leave? Let's start with you, Marvellus.
I thought you were going to say that. I'm just jumping into the. I'd like to do the one I did last time, but so I will. Let me just get up the Uncharted Journeys. Lovely. So yes, I will. Whilst giving Sergei a slightly patronising lesson in roleplay, as he is my squire. They're like, yes, very good. I say to the others, I feel that whether the dragon takes us on the road or whether it faces us in its lair, from what I've seen from you and the way you fight for each other, unless it has kin of its own to fight at its side, we shall win the day. I just want to gee people up for it.
All right, so rallying the party, I believe, yes?
Rallying the party.
Okay, and which option of encouraging, galvanizing, hopeful, resolute, or solemn are you going for here?
Where was that?
So I got encouraging, if you're successful, would give each party member inspiration for the beginning of the journey. Galvanizing would allow party members to gain a +1 to ability checks until the end of the journey. Hopeful means that party members gain advantage on ability checks and saving throws made during the first encounter of the journey. Resolute, each party member gains temporary hit points equal to twice their proficiency bonus until either lost or until the journey ends. And solemn is party members gain a +1 to saving throws until the end of the journey.
Let's go with solemn.
Solemn. All right, so saving throws is the boost you're hoping for. In which case, then, could I get a performance check from you, please, Marvellus?
Oh, yes. Let's have a look at performance. It's not my strongest, but let's go. Okay, that is a 17.
A 17. All right. So, indeed, the rest of you do seem boosted up. Even though there is some kind of words of warning from Marvellus there as to the potential of being attacked by a dragon on the route back to Phandalin, you are rallied. So do make a note that you all have an extra +1 to your saving throws until the end of the journey back to Phandalin. Saga, any preparations you would like to make?
I would like to do Leave No Stone Unturned.
That is for your setting out
during travel.
So that's the kind of first step of the actual journey itself. So this is preparation. So you've got is there any particular prep you'd like to make, or I can read the list, but generally it's pretty comprehensive on whatever thematically you'd like to do.
Apart from make sure like everyone's swords are sharp and not rusted, probably just that.
Okay, sure. So you could, I guess, from that, I do have one here. I know it. I think that was packing up. No, that's not packing up. Let's go with let's go with packing up, actually. I think that's probably the most appropriate one. So this is just making sure that not just weapons are all good, but also making sure that people have kind of got things where they can easily reach them. You're used to these kind of treks out into the wilderness based on your background and needing to be able to grab everything as you need to quickly. So that's kind of something that part of your initiation, so to speak, in amongst the tribe would have been those sorts of practicalities of being out in the wilderness. So
Sergei, are you wearing your armor?
Oh yes, thank you. For
All right.
Yeah.
So could I get then a athletics check from you, please? So this is about making sure everything's packed tightly, that the blade, all the effort into sharpening all of the blades and stuff.
That's 12.
Okay. All right.
Not middling.
You do your best.
Yeah.
But it's not the best packing that's ever been done. The blades are sharp, I guess, but not like cutting through sheets of paper.
Grief does not suit her at all.
No, indeed. So no particular benefits for that particular preparation, I'm afraid, Saga. All right. Sergei, any preparations you'd like to make?
I would like to study the weather.
Ooh, very nice. So you're going to pop your head out above ground then?
Yeah, just gonna lick my tongue, put it up above ground.
All right.
It's going to rain.
Could I get a nature check from you then, please?
You can. Well, that's a 6.
All right. It looks a bit rainy over there, a bit sunny over there. There's the occasional gust of wind. Prepare for all sorts of weathers is essentially the conclusion that you've come to.
Put on some hiking boots.
Yeah, prepare for everything. Which is, of course, preparing for nothing.
Yes, yes.
So, no particular benefits gained there for you either, I'm afraid.
Okay. Next time.
So finally, Thorik, what would you like to do for your preparation?
I don't really know.
Let's prepare a feast on the list.
But out of what? Is
Best wyvern hardback you've ever
best. I'm going to really jazz it up. All those spices going on. I think I can. What I can do is I can procure supplies, because that's not just to do with if we're in a dense populated area. It says I can. Another option is you can attempt to. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Oh no, steal supplies rather than purchasing or harvesting them. No, I don't want to steal them. No.
Yeah. So you can forage as part of that, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I forage? I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you may opt to make a wisdom survival check to harvest useful supplies from the surrounding area. Yes, I don't want to steal things.
The only people to steal from are your party members, where you currently are, so that probably wouldn't do.
I'm going to steal from you, and Finch is so good.
Alright, in which case then, could I get a survival check from you, please, Thorik?
You may indeed. Boop. That is a 21.
Very nice. Okay. Well, what would you like to find, Thorik?
Ooh, what would I like to find? I would like
Not
to
specific
find...
inventory items, this is representative of your supply dice, you understand?
Yeah, sure. So he goes above ground like a little foraging badger, and with his black and sort of white silver beard. Yeah, he'll maybe kind of go slightly further afield, maybe find like a small stream and sort of like maybe get some fish, get some kind of forageable leaves, some wild garlic. Maybe he'll find some kind of sort of river potatoes, like little kind of people think they're weeds, but they've got like they're like very small little potato-y type, starchy root vegetable type things. Yes, just a mixture of hearty fodder, a bit of protein, some nice herbs if you can get hold of them. Yeah, enough to kind of keep his fellows' spirits up while eating as well as possible.
Very nice. So your supply dice that you get as quartermaster for the party have graduated from a D6 to a D8.
Thank you very much.
Which, again, just for clarity, if I can read this very small print on this printout that I did for myself. As a reaction to an ally making an ability check, you can expend a supply dice to improve the ally's check, adding, in this case, a 1d8 now to the result.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Nice.
And you have a number of supply dice equal to your proficiency bonus. Okay.
Lovely.
All right. So, preparations made. Any final words before you set out on your journey?
I don't so much say anything, but I telepathically connect with Balthazar and have him come running over Shadowfax style over the crest of the nearest hill.
Nice. Shadowfax.
He's the lord of all horses.
And my
Balthazar, show us the meaning of a comfortable ride.
Very nice. All right, and Balthazar does indeed come bounding round the corner over a little hill, and allows you, of course, Marvellus, to mount them. I presume Balthazar is a male horse, but I wouldn't like to presume.
Haven't checked.
But you do mount the horse as you begin to trot off ahead of the rest of the group. Anybody else got any final words before you depart?
Let's go hunt a dragon.
Let's. Saga just nods.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, we don't have horses.
Yeah.
And you begin trekking off down south. You can actually see the mountains in the far distance for what you're expecting to be another few days travel, maybe 2 days travel from where you are before you reach Phandalin at the foothills of the Sword Mountains that are imposing themselves on the horizon. And as you make your way, ready to begin your preparations to go hunt a dragon. Hey there, Questers. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Your support really helps to keep this channel going strong. So I wanted to give a special shout out to each and every one of you, our incredible patrons and YouTube members, who are Woodstrapper, Simon Jelly, Martin C, Gallus, Gary Lloyd, James Hamilton, J.R. Bellaston, Robert Treadwell, Jason Udall, Jason Bradwell, Nigel Raggett, Rebecca Hill, Giles McGee, and Caesars. Honestly, your support truly makes a huge difference, and we appreciate you more than we can express. And to those of you who haven't yet joined, I would invite you to consider becoming a patron or YouTube member. Not only will you unlock fantastic benefits, including early access to videos, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and access to our Discord channel, but you'll also be directly contributing to the growth and success of this channel. But to everybody, thank you again for all of your support and helping us to tell these incredible adventures together.